Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. It's great to be on the call with you today. We're talking about the eighth step of the 10 steps to greatness. And I'm so excited because I've got Camilo on the call with me today. We're going to be co-teaching. Camilo, please say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here also. Thank you, Seal, for inviting me. Yeah, just to let you know that we are going to share with you, there is a worksheet connected to this talk. So if you want to get it, just comment discipline and we will send that to you.
Oh, thank you. So we're talking about discipline, and it's so funny when I looked at the eighth step today, I'm like, ugh, the word discipline. I'm like, gosh, I still have a negative connotation initially when I think of the word discipline. And I know for most people, I watch them in session, out of session when we're teaching. You mentioned the word discipline, and it typically reminds people, triggers them, or they have a negative thought just about that word discipline. But, after I looked at the eighth step and just really the purpose of discipline, my viewpoint does change, has changed around that word, because the purpose of discipline is, and you all know this, I'm sure, but it's just to help you. What I see really connected to discipline is to help you be in control over your own space, your own time, the environment, and your wants and your dreams. And who doesn't want to be in control of those things versus being at the effect and waiting for someone else to, help you manifest those? So if you look at discipline as, it's just to help you basically manifest what you want and to own and be at cause over those things. I mean, wow, that's pretty positive. And I don't know about you, but I like to typically be at cause over versus being the effect. And Camilo, you've got such a great story that you shared with me around something that a Navy SEAL did. So I would love for you to share that with the group.
Yes, thank you very much, Seal. Yes, as I was preparing for the topic for this week, I noticed like this. I remember this speech. It's from an admiral, William H. McRaven. So he was giving this commencement speech in the University of Austin, Texas. And the main topic of and it was funny because the main topic of the speech was make your bed. So
make your bed, did you say?
Make your bed, yes.
Oh, wow.
And
go ahead.
he even wrote a book about it, but if you watch the speech, it became like a viral and everything. And one of the main things that he mentions there with that make your bed speech is that one of the things that they learn as Navy SEALs is that they, like first thing in the morning, they need to make their bed. But that is like a very small discipline that really sets you up for the rest of the day. So it's funny because the name of the book is Make Your Bed, and little things that can change your life and maybe the world. So what he mentioned is by doing that very small thing, which requires discipline, that really sets you up for the rest of the day. But if you do that every single day, it's like you are like starting your day with a win. And that win that can really extend to the rest of your life. And that is something that needs discipline, because you start an action, you continue with that action, and you finish that action. And it also requires a lot of detail because the bed must be clean, everything in order, and everything needs to look good. So yeah, so if you want to check that speech, it's available in YouTube. But it's that small lesson of being able to make a small discipline something that can really improve your life.
Oh, I just love that, especially since if my bed is unmade, it drives me crazy. And honestly, I mean, that's a great title of a book too. You know, that is one of the positive disciplines that I put in on myself every day. I know that if my bed is not made, I have my alarm didn't go off and I am running so late that I'm probably going to have a very out of control day. And so I don't like that. You won't see my bed unmade very much, but it's funny because it is a small discipline, but I know I personally feel like everything's in order. I feel, and Alan mentions this, you know, having positive disciplines in your life puts a lot of sanity in, you know, so I don't like things to be in a disarray. So it's funny, it's a small thing, but there's a lot of positive actions, like you said, that go into that, like straightening it, making sure all the pieces are in the right place to make it look nice and to have that completion there. So discipline, not a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. It's the 8 steps of greatness. Again, the main thing is it allows you to put ownership and be at cause in your own life over your needs, over your wants, over your time, over your space, and over your energy. And also, like Alan said, sanity. So therefore, when you're in that space, your intelligence goes up because you're much more able to think effectively and to think optimally, and then produce greater outcomes for yourself and all those you're connected to. So with that, 8 steps of greatness, look up the definition at onelook.com of discipline. I did that this morning, and I saw a couple of definitions that I didn't like that immediately reminded me of being punished or getting in trouble. And then I saw a few that, yeah, I really like that. And so look that definition up. And if you still have a negative connotation on it, one of the things you can do is just take a look and say, oh, what are my thoughts about that? And then go back to the definition and read it again. And then as far as being able to apply it in daily life, write down some of the positive disciplines that you do. And no matter how small they are, even if it's as simple as making your bed, acknowledge those small disciplines that you do that are working and how they make you so much more effective. And I guarantee you, your viewpoint on the word discipline will be more optimum and more positive. And Camilo, before we end our call, is there anything else you want to say about this 8 step of greatness?
Yes, thank you very much, Sil. Yeah, I just want to add that something that is very important about these disciplines is that it's a gradient thing. So
yes,
you can start with one positive discipline, like in this case, as I was mentioning, making your bed, but then you can add a second one, a third one, and that will really start adding more control to your life. So by having all these disciplines together, as Sil was mentioning, it gives you sanity, so you can have more space to really be able to accomplish more, because okay, you have things that are already like they are working in my life, so you can start spreading that to the next other thing until those small things become medium things and then big things. But it's like making sure that you have something in control, and those things work for you. So thank you very much, Phil.
Oh, that's such an important point. Gradiently, I'm so glad that you mentioned that. And to add to that, I just want to share with you a personal story. I recently did a 21-day purification program. And the whole reason why I wanted to do that was because I wanted to get some more discipline in my eating habits, because I was eating a few too many carbs and a little bit more sugar than I really wanted to eat. And I knew that I needed to do the purification program. So, and I got my best friend to do it with me. And I didn't go 100% by the rules. What I did was, because I was ready to start, I decreased my coffee by 60% in the mornings. So that was a gradient thing, because that's what worked for me. But when it came to the sugar and abiding by the other things that I was supposed to do, I did all of it 100%. And there was probably 4 days out of the 21 days that I was really, really struggling. Oh my goodness, I so wanted to cheat on the sugar or the carbs that I was not supposed to have. You could have carbs, but they were certain carbs. So I would call my friend and text my friend. I'd just tell her how I was feeling. Maybe I ate one banana too many that day, which was still better than going to candy, going to chips, because none of that stuff was allowed. But anyway, just by having that support, and a very positive support, someone not reprimanding me because I was, having those cravings and things, and maybe I ate an extra banana, but just having that support and someone doing it with me made all the difference in the world. And I was able to successfully do it. And guess what? I gained control over that sugar, over those carbs, and just really, I put positive discipline in and positive control. And it was such a positive process. So there's an example of using the positive disciplines in life to basically get more calls over what you want. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, and we love you guys, and we'll see you